Good evening, good afternoon, bonsoir, buenas noches, buenas noches investors in North and South America. Minasawa konnichiwa. 안녕하세요, 우아디各位午安. Good afternoon to investors in Asia. Buenos dias, buenos dias, good morning, dobry utah. Good morning to investors in Europe and Africa. I'm Daniel speaking from Hong Kong. It's June 2nd here, 1 p.m. in Hong Kong, 1 a.m. in Wall Street, and 6 a.m. in London. Welcome to our weekly review and outlook of the American stock market. This week, I have two main points to talk about. Number one, Donald Trump and related stocks. Number two, bull or bear market. Subscribe, like, and share. Remember to click the bell, please. Watch our playlist again so as to grasp the continuous trend of the market and refresh your mind. The most thrilling news of last week was that Donald Trump was convicted by a group of 12 juries unanimously on 34 charges by the Supreme Court of the State of New York. Whether he needs to carry out his presidency inside a prison or whether the case is a political prosecution is not our main point of discussion. What investors concern most is the effect on related stocks, for he can still run for the general election and no one in the Republican Party can stand up to fight against Joe Biden except Trump. Never had a president in the past being convicted. It is hard to follow and hard to predict what will happen next. But we can have a glance at the stocks later. Please refer to video 83 at 2024-0512 concerning election stocks. Basically, DJT is going horizontally in May, but after NASDAQ reached the year high as predicted in December, it showed a large black candlestick. Meanwhile, Meta broke the baseline of a small double top and may be further weaker. Another thrilling news concerning Donald Trump is that he said if he is elected and Russia keeps on invading Ukraine, he will bombard Moscow. And if China invades Taiwan, he will bombard Beijing. There is a statistic showing all the promises of the candidates made in the election campaign. Trump has the highest ratio of fulfillment. That is, he is very likely to act as he promised. So will it lead to World War III or nuclear war? It's another question. Investors have to mind the military stocks except LMT. After NASDAQ broke record high last Tuesday, most of the NASDAQ stocks had a great fall, but LMT showed two big white candlesticks after his speech. RTX formed a W shape at high and is going to break upward. We also have to mind energy stocks. MRO had a jumping gap upward after his speech, and DVN and XOM also shown two white sticks these 2 days. This time should mind BP also. As for motor war, not only petroleum is important. Semiconductor is known as the petroleum of the 21st century. NADA is aiming at replacing Apple as the second largest market value of the world, but if we want to find out the star of tomorrow, it is TSM and it is said to be the next NVDA. Better buy it before it rockets up. One thing should not be neglected. Originally, Elon Musk is in support to Biden and now he turned to support Trump. Trump said he would invite Elon Musk as his personal economist. So do not forget Tesla and all business of Musk, including current and future business. The financial market is full of tension and pressure. In order to overcome it, one must have a clear and stable mind and make the right choice at the right time and right place. I have a music channel called Music Therapy and Danny. It is using the 5 elements of ancient China, which are gold, wood, water, fire, and earth, to generate a power of balance so as to help investors to a clearer and brighter mind, as well as a calm and bright psychological state. Please enjoy yourself. Last week, NASDAQ Composite broke the record high, and let's see the forecast made on video 63 at 2023-1225. Target of S&P is 5200 and fulfilled on March 20th. Target of Dow Jones is set at 40,000 points and is met on May 16th. Target of NASDAQ Composite is set at 70,000 points and is met at May 25th. Who says sell in May and go away? Both DJIA and NASDAQ made record high in May. A lot of people asked, the recent drop is an adjustment of the bull market or starting of bear market. I have already clarified This is bear market stage 1 in video 80 at 2024-0421. For now, all my yearly targets have already been reached and no more targets except bear market. As for S&P, it started to go horizontally in early February and reached top on May 23rd, one trading day earlier than NASDAQ, and the baseline of the current pattern is around 4915 to 4955. It may form a double top or even head and shoulders. Dow Jones is the weakest among the 3 major indices. The horizontal platform also started in early May and double bottom is at March and May. After the record high on May 16th, it dropped dramatically and now is quite near the baseline of 37611 and last closing price is 38686, form a big white candlestick. The baseline of NASDAQ is 15222, but last closing form a strong anti-falling hammer rather than hanged man. S&P in rising hammer. The effect on Trump at first bearish, but later turned sunny. Last week I already said, now both NASDAQ and S&P show bearish Harami. It denotes adjustment is coming but not necessarily collapse. Last Friday, PCE announced it is the indicator on inflation where the Fed cares most. PCE kept unchanged at 2.7% and core PCE also kept unchanged at 2.8%, while the second estimate of GDP fell from 1.6% to 1.3% at Q1 of 2024. This is bad news for recovery. Since the collapse would have come in a single evening, so investors can have a two-handed preparation. Try some potential stocks or stars of tomorrow for long-term investment, or fix your target at high dividend stocks as said before, so you can concentrate on the dividend and skip off the rise and fall of prices. Anyway, remember the year of dragon is a year of great turmoil. When an avalanche comes, remember to buy back before November. That is, no matter if the drop is great or small, it will go up in November, no matter who can win in the general election. So facing the hush money verdict of Trump and his potential bombardment of Moscow and Beijing, we have to watch how the current rebound develops. If the current big white candlestick of Dow Jones continues to grow up, the watershed is at 39038. When above this line, it may continue to try to hit another new high. When under it, may form a head and shoulder. We must put an eye on it. So subscribe, like and share. Share your number. Auf Wiedersehen. Ado. Bye bye. See you next week.